Welcome to Atlantis Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Aries for the month of July, including late June 2025. So Aries, we are currently in the zodiac sign of Cancer. So the element is water. So lots of emotions going on this next 4 weeks, Aries, in the water sign. Just remember that water can put out fire, and you're a fire sign, so watch out for that kind of energy, feeling drenched, perhaps. You are in your fourth house and home, your roots, where you come from, your ancestral story as well can come well into this into this house, this next 4 weeks. So energy around is the Knight of Swords, so young male energy here. Also is this governs the sign of Gemini. So young male energy. So this may well relate to one of your sons or if you're young boyfriend. Someone with that Gemini personality, very much a gift of the gab. But the main story about the Gemini influence is expect the unexpected. And as we've just come out of Gemini, we can see, even globally, what's been going on with the unexpected. Everything seems to be very unexpected these days, globally and domestically. So, good cards, lots of communication, lots of quick moving action can go this or that way. So it's sort of unpredictable, I would say. So let's see where you are right now, Aries. And we have another knight, the Knight of Wands. So he is very similar to the Knight of Swords, but he is more a fire sign, so your energy, it's all about short trips, travelling, things going very quickly though. He is also, it can be a son or, a relative or a boyfriend or someone, even an older boyfriend, but with those sort of immature kind of energies where it's sort of great for this, but there's not really a lot of longevity in it, if you know what I mean, if we're talking about a human person. Good fun. So good fun coming in, lots of movement, lots of energy, and it relates very heavily to the card of Sagittarius. So we're talking travel, philosophy, ways of looking at the world, quite out there really in itself. So there you go. So look out, fast times are coming. Let's see what has influenced that to come in and the rest of the reading. We have Six of Pentacles, so very nice, steady, earthy energy coming in there, Aries. Very much the number 6, so with sixes we talk about balance and harmony, getting things just right. And as we all know, that's a feat in itself, getting things just right, getting the balance right. But this has to do with giving and taking in equal measure. Even, and especially with family, I guess, we're in the 4th house, so with family there has to be a lot of give and take, and as we well know, some family members take more than they give and vice versa. So for you, it's all about creating or maintaining that balance. You've got it here in spades, so that is sort of one of the key influences for this 4 weeks for you guys. Work too, especially with Pentacles, always usually relates to the work life that we all have, or most of us have in one way or another, whether it's a paid for job or an unpaid job. Yeah, we have that kind of a life where we need to get, the budget balanced. All those kinds of things come into the play with this card. But it's a nice card to have as an influencer, isn't it, Aries? Okay, let's see what was going on in May, June for you. And we had the Fall. So new beginnings coming in, brand new book actually, not a new chapter, a brand new book, new adventures, new ventures as well. Really good card. It's a major arcana card, so you will know that they're the sort of heavy hitters of the tarot. So it's talking about something new that has just come into your life. It's almost like the unknown as well. So it's for you to create that journey with its ups and downs factored in, for you to sort of relish in that and go forth with that new opportunity for a new journey coming through. Recent influences, the Ace of Cups. Now, because we've got these two knights here, the where you are right now and the energy around, this could well be that you've met somebody, either very fast-moving, energetic younger person, or it may be a very energetic older person but still has that sort of young at heart sort of energy about them, but very much on the move. So connections here. So this is a great connection card to have. It could be something to do with this new venture here with the Fall, or if it's not about that, it is definitely about some kind of click in a relationship, in someone you've maybe reconnected with, or somebody that you don't know from a bar of soap, but there's that familiarity about it, so it is a click. So it's a soulmate kind of card. Now this can be romantic, it can be, and what's that other word, platonic, it can be anything, as well as it can be like a project or a much loved project that you've always wanted to sort of have lift off with. So excellent card. And aces, of course, always pertain to new beginnings, and especially with emotions. So that's good for the for being the sign of Cancer. Okay, let's see the lesson you'll be learning. And we have the Page of Cups. So the spark of emotion, the spark of love. Maybe you just have met this person. Maybe this relationship is very, very new. So like all pages, it's like the baby, the child. It has to be nurtured, fed and watered in order for it to grow. I always liken the pages to little seedlings that we have to really look after and make sure we feed and grow them so that they will grow up to be a massive tree, into something of worth for you, but especially on the emotional level here, Aries. So you have two of them. Also, it concurrently could be a new baby that's come into your family or extended family, which is lovely. That is expected indeed in the water time of Cancer. So I'm sure there'll be some of you amongst my listeners that have that, in fact. For others, it's just the spark of a new emotional connection. Okay, near future. And we have the Chariot, which funnily enough is the card for Cancer. So very much emotional discipline here, getting your ducks in a row. It's another balancing card, that fine-tuned balance. It can be also very much, because it is indeed, the Chariot is a vehicle. So it could be a trip by road, or it could be just a journey and a trip somewhere that you have to prepare for. You know, trips and travelling these days, it's like having a job. You've got to have everything sort of absolutely sorted, or else it'll come back to bite you. So that emotional discipline of having everything sort of checked out and everything on your checklist done for you to sort of go on this journey, no matter what kind of journey it is. But it's a great card, and once again we have two major arcanas, and the other minor arcanas are looking really positive too, for this to be a month of 4 weeks of just movement, lots of movement. So there's not going to be any not passiveness, there's not going to be any stop and start with this actually. Aries, and this will suit you down to the ground because you are action-packed people. You are action in itself. Okay, let's go and see the seventh card, which is indeed what's happening that you're not realising. And we have another biggie, Justice. So karmic, very karmic this time, this 4 weeks. So whatever hasn't been done or has been done, you will get the results from that with the karma. And it could be if you have met someone new, which it could, well, possibilities, you know, conditionally it could be. This is very karmic. The trip is very karmic. Everything about this reading for you this 4 weeks is karmic. So we get out what we put in with karma, whether it's for positive or negative, and we know ourselves. You know, the seeds we've sowed are either going to be flowers or weeds. So there you go. So there's no escaping karma. So, but that's a good one to just keep as a strong reminder for this next 4 weeks there, Aries. Okay, how others see you. Nine of Swords, worry for worry's sake. Fear for fear's sake. Worrying about things that really are just taking up rent in your head that may never happen. But yeah, you're all in your head about it. Not good for the Aries people because they're very energetic. So energetic and using too much mind power can be detrimental to us all. So stop worrying. Others are worried about you worrying, if you get the drift. So you need to cast that off and just go, okay, let's just get on with it and see what's going to come. Very karmic once again, if it's just above karma. So karmically it's saying stop using your head to sort things. Use your intuition, especially in Cancer, which is a water sign, which is intuition. So you've got mind over intuition. Use the intuition every time. Okay, positive feelings. And we have the beautiful Empress. So indeed, there could be a pregnancy that's been announced or a pregnancy that's about to hatch. Excuse my analogies. This is about abundance, creativity, very much pregnancy, or, you know, a pregnancy that's come its full term, resulting in this little baby here, this newcomer. So all in all, a beautiful card, no matter which kind of scenario you have for this next 4 weeks, Aries. It's a beautiful card, and it is the card of the mother. So nothing really needs to be said about the mother. We know how powerful she is to all of us, our mothers. Okay, let's see the end result, the final outcome. And we have the beautiful Ten of Cups. So finishing very nicely, very stable, emotional sort of situation here with the Ten of Cups, where loving yourself comes first and then you can be loved by others. It's a really good piece of advice, actually, and I personally, that's how I read this card after toiling over it for many years. I feel that the real sort of theme of the Ten of Cups is loving oneself first, and then we can allow love to come in and not make it all about them, you know, sort of providing the love. We love ourselves, and then therefore others will love us. So a beautiful card to end on, Aries. I'm just going to pop a oracle card on this Nine of Swords, so how other people see you, just so you can have a bit of clarity with that one. I'm still learning these oracles, everyone. I'm sorry, but I do sometimes have to refer to my book. As you can see, it takes a long time to learn all these different cards. So we have the Swan, transformation and trusting the psychic gifts. So once again, it's about, and that's what we said, don't use the mind power with certain things. it's a waste of energy, really. And then if we don't use the mind power, we can go within to our intuition, and that creates a knowing that the gut feeling, if you like, to just proceed and see what turns up. What do you have to learn? How do you have to learn it? Why things come in, usually to teach us. So it's a beautiful card in sort of enabling you to really trust that your gut feeling, per se. So it's wonderful that it sits on and clarifies the Nine of Swords. Thanks so much for listening, Aries. I really appreciate it each and every month. Have a great 4 weeks.